Good afternoon to everybody. Thank you for waiting. It has been quite a long day. Ladies and gentlemen, when we discuss the sovereignty of an individual, we speak about their values, knowledge and property. And when discussing the sovereignty of a nation or state, we refer to its demographics, territory, resources, and of course security. No state exists without a territory, and there is no sovereignty without control over it, starting at the borders. In the European Union, countries whose borders also serve as the external or Schengen borders of the Union bear another responsibility, additional responsibility for safeguarding the collective sovereignty of the Union. After the major migration crisis of 2015, it became obvious that the views of the different political factions on protecting external borders vary, often fundamentally contradicting each other. A decade of debates and seeking compromises that followed has exposed the core issue even to general public. The issue lies in values, in the foundational values of the Western civilization. Simply put, the issue is whether we preserve or dismantle our way of life. Nothing changes the habits, customs, culture, and identity of a specific society more radically than changing its population. A radical, progressive, left liberal socialist paradigm advocate for the most liberal approach to illegal migrations and a policy of so-called open borders because they aim to dismantle the fundamental values of Western civilization. This is not new. It has been outlined in the Communist Manifesto, different textbooks of the cultural Marxism, and now in lessons of so-called woke ideology. As a result, they also directly count on gaining new voters or supporters. How a short-seeing belief. In Slovenia, for instance, the new left-wing government, among its first measures 2 years ago, abolished the National Demographic Office and began removing the border fence toward Balkans, which they built at 2015. Founding and staff from the Demographic Office were transferred to the Office for Migration. The radically left Prime Minister has even repeatedly stated that illegal and legal migrations need to be formally quoted, that this is the same, and that the only solution for the illegal migration is to make them legal. The consequence of these actions and calls is a threefold increase in the pressure of illegal migrants coming to Slovenia via the Balkan route. This has led to prolonged and reintroduced controls at the borders with Italy and Austria, so Schengen area ceased to exist. Under public pressure, the left-wing Slovenian government instituted controls at border crossings with neighboring Croatia, where, absurdly, they scrutinize legal border crossings and cause significant traffic jams, while a few meters away, illegal migrants quietly cross the Slovenia without documents, and the Slovenian police then transport them to overflowing migrant centers. What a stupidity. Well, as conservatives, we advocate for a strict separation of legal and illegal migrations and related border security. By doing so, we defend not only our territories, but also our values and way of life. Sovereignty fundamentally means deciding how you live. Well, and people are willing to defend and preserve what they value. Leftists have always wanted to dismantle the value foundations of our civilization, and illegal migration, or the policy of so-called open borders, is their tool. However, they can only succeed if they effectively conceal their true intentions. Human nature craves security, stability, and also predictability, and desires sovereignty in deciding one's way of life or one's lifestyle. The left conceals its intentions as a snake hides its legs, wrapping them in attractive phrases about equality, solidarity, humanity, and brotherhood, while employing various tricks to divert attention from the essence of their intentions. Viktor Orban became particularly troublesome to progressives because during the major migration crisis, he exposed their true intentions. And this was something they will never forget. The Greek philosopher said that war is the greatest generator of change. It can turn a person into either a corpse or a hero, destroy or save the city, and significantly impact one's relationship with people and things. Today, a major war rages in our neighborhood in Ukraine. Israel is at war with Hamas terrorism and its backers. Both wars significantly impact the West's relationship with the outside world and within it. A recent vote on billions in aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan in American Congress practically split the Republican Party in two, while the Democrats remained united. Both mentioned wars further divide opinions and spirits in Europe, not just between the main political camps, but also within them. I mention this because it is difficult to count on success in the global struggle to defend Western value foundations when there are significant differences within the polis regarding essential or merely so-made apparent dilemmas. In a city divided within itself will not prevail. In times shadowed by wars and diversions, the dangers grow. A recent attempt to ban a conservative conference in Brussels serves as a sinister warning. Those of us who have lived part of our lives under a single-party totalitarian regime know exactly where this leads. Once someone succeeds in suppressing free speech, they gain absolute power. Other rights, freedoms, and institutions may exist on paper, but without the freedom of expression, there is neither true freedom nor democracy, let alone free and fair elections. Just a dictatorship, whatever name it may take. Of all the influential global social media platforms that today represent the central public space of humanity, the main agora, only one is without direct censorship. We are very close to the edge. Therefore, the fight for freedom of speech is a fundamental battleground where it will be decided whether the defense of the West will be successful or not. This is the crucial battleground. Restrictions on freedom of expression are always most easily justified in wartime. War can always serve as both a cause and an excuse for many necessary or unnecessary restrictions. Thus, the left often misuse this concept, for instance, by declaring war on global warming, or more transparently, by launching the fight against hate speech, where anything that exposes the leftist paradigm is deemed hateful. Yet, amid this artificially created state of war, two real wars have recently erupted. Russian aggression against Ukraine and Hamas terrorist attacks on Israel are reprehensible and condemnable in their own right. The price paid in deaths, captured or destroyed lives by tens of millions of people is horrific. The attack deserves support and assistance. Yet, these wars also provide an additional alibi for those striving to limit and eliminate freedom of speech, freedom of expression. And this fact must be simply recognized. Times are thus complex, dangerously complex. Serious discussions about fundamental problems, dangers, and their causes are more necessary today than ever. Therefore, congratulations to the organizers of this year's CPAC in Budapest, and thanks to Hungary for hosting and enabling this free debate without censorship. God bless you all. Thank you.